skylight installed. And I want to add this guy Tom. He has just so many times helped so many members of this group. I had a situation with a client that needed a certification letter, needed it quickly, and he happened to have the credentials to make it acceptable. Called him up, sure, I'll have that to you in 2 hours, and sent it right over. He's phenomenal, so can't thank you enough, Tom. Right.
Well, I'm working with Dan again on some web stuff. And let's see, who else I had? Bob's guy out for security evaluation. And that's about it for the last couple weeks.
Okay. Done?
I sent one of my clients to Jeanette. Did you get a hold of them? Kim? Okay. And let's see, I just gave someone your information, Lisa.
Thank you.
And Steve did a bid for my client. And let's see, anybody else? I'm trying to remember if there was anything. I don't think so right now. I think that was it.
Yeah, I got a bid put together for there, and then Bob's going to have me do some work on his house, so we started on that, and that's it.
Great.
Amber with Emerald Isle has been out working at our home. We had minimal landscaping when we purchased our home, and she's brought green to me, which is a blessing to me because I was really missing green. So we have sod, and I have to tell you that the follow-up that Amber and her company have, especially following the storm, I was probably the first person on her call list the following morning because part of our issue with landscaping was a drainage issue, and so I was on the first on her call list that next morning to find out how things had fared, and they were out checking and reviewing what had happened after the storm.
Great. I keep hearing all these great reviews about you.
Yeah, that's great.
Couple I need to work on. I know I'm in a lot of properties now with the flood damage, so Amber, I need to talk and get some cards so I can, especially seems like a lot of elderly people in that central part of town that just need some help getting things put back in their yard, put back together. So I'll get with Amber, we'll get that going.
Awesome.
I'm new here, but I was impressed that when I walked in the door, Mary was referring me. So.
Great.
She had a question about the post office's EBDM program that they're heavily advertising, and it is a really good program. And, you know, I specialize in handling that for people, doing the printing side and mailing side if they want, or if they want to do it themselves, because it is designed for companies to do it themselves. So, you know, if they want to, I can just print the stuff and let them take it from there, or it's not that much more for me to just finish it out. You don't have to learn anything new. So, thank you, Barry.
Well, I'm a new member, and as I get more clients that are starting businesses and growing businesses, I am going to need people to refer them to that I can trust. You know, it's always that if something goes wrong, they're not going to blame the person who did it. They're going to blame the person who referred them. So I'm finding out what everyone's great at in this room and whoever is not attending today. So I'm going to have people with websites and mailings and all kinds of things business-wise. Or if they have an office and their drain is clogged, I know where to go. So I'm looking forward to a lot of back-and-forth referrals here.
Barry's a great speaker. I checked out the videos on his website. I don't know if anybody's done that, but I'm looking forward to your presentation in a couple of meetings.
Well, if anybody knows people at the Broadmoor Rotary, I'm speaking at their luncheon at Cheyenne Mountain Resort next Thursday at noon. So if anybody wants to hear, it's on customer satisfaction. You might be able to go as a guest.
Okay.
I thought my time was up.
I'd just like to thank Sharon A Plus Cleaning. She gave me some business, and also Gary. I did his house with the Pikes Peak roofing. I know they're not here.
is actually going through a real difficult time right now. She called me and said she's gonna have to miss a couple of meetings, and part of the whole situation includes being down a couple of employees. So if you know someone who does cleaning and is looking for employment, please contact Sherry right away. She is desperate for help. She keeps her standards very high, has high expectations of her employees, which is awesome. And she's just working herself to death trying to keep up while she's in this bind. So please remember her if you know someone that might be able to help her out.
Like Cammy had said, we worked on her house and we'll be back out there tomorrow afternoon to finish fixing the drainage problem. We also did some work over at Jessica Valentine's, our resident hairstylist. And I went and saw her, and any of you who just need half an hour and a glass of wine, Jessica is awesome. I love my haircut that she did for me. And her customer service is tops in that salon. It was a really good time, and I'm glad I went. I'm working on a project now that I brought Advantage Sewer Drain in with the Salvation Army. So we hope that will go through, and I need to talk to Donna because a customer called me about a home and needs some. So this is an excellent group, and everybody really pitches in and helps one another.
That's great. We're glad you joined us.
We had some water damage to hardwood floors, and had Steve come out, and I had someone else come out also, and Steve was extremely professional, and also his pricing was correct, and he's doing about $3,000 worth of work for my house next week. So very happy to have him do the work, and I only learned about him through this group. If it hadn't been the group, I would have never called Steve. So.
And we are neighbors too.
Right, right. Very happy.
You know, I'm interested in what the membership has to offer, and so I would be interested in talking with you, but I think it could be something valuable on both of our parts, because I'm in front of merchants and different types of businesses all day long, excavating companies, concrete companies. So again, I need to know, what the parameters are and so on and so forth, but as I build those relationships with my customers, which I do try to maintain in this cutthroat industry, they start relying on me, and they'll ask me, hey, do you know anybody that can do such and such? And a group like this would allow me to be able to refer. So
I think your business would be a great fit for this group, and we'll certainly be happy to answer your questions after the meeting.
all right, good.
Sherry actually is coming out to my house on tomorrow to clean my house. So she has cleaned my house. I've had a couple different companies clean my house, and I would have to say I'm back to Sherry because she's amazing. They are just unbelievable. The quality of the work. She's great at getting back to me. I called her once on accident and hung up, and it showed up on her phone, and so she called me back like a minute later and said, "I'm so sorry I missed your call." And she's been great. She helped early on when I was a member of this group. I had a probate case in this house. They had smoked in it for like 20 years, and you could see there was like an inch thick of dust on like all the ceiling fans. It was horrible. They spent almost a whole week out there, and it was $800, which I'll tell you is not normal, but it was $800 was the bill, but that house sold. I know that is what helped sell that house, because it looks like a brand new house when we walked in. It was amazing, the difference. And very professional, always on time, all those things. She's great. So right now, business may not be what she needs at this point, but I do just want to say this for her. She, I think, has been one of the best experiences I've had in a networking group. Just so excited with her service.
I can't echo that loud enough. Her rates are also phenomenal, and her service is like none I've ever seen. I referred her to someone else to help her out, and the person I referred her to said, I can't work for what she charges. So she's pretty amazing.
So yeah, I'm new here, so I haven't referred you to anyone, but yeah, I look forward to getting to know everybody. It seems like there's a lot of diversity here in